Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. I'm gonna start working in this. I'm so excited. It's my first time working in this glorious book. I'm so excited. Did I say that already? Because I'm excited. But did I say it? I think I said it. Maybe once? Did I say I was excited? Can't remember, but I'm excited. But did I say that? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Here it is. Let's find a place to work. This is a very yellow page, and I could turn this into a side pocket. I think that's what I'll do. Because this really isn't very sturdy. And I like it breaking up this bright yellow. I could do some washi tape here and a couple other places. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. But what do I want to decorate up here? Might be fun. Okay, so I have these stamps and stencils, and I thought some of these flower silhouettes would look cool coming up out of here. Of course, that just gave me the same color I didn't want. Maybe I should do black. I was really hoping it would turn that bluish color. But, you know, this paper might have been wet. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the black soot. Just gotta figure out something to put in it and a way to decorate it. I think some washi tape. I have a little bit of this green mesh that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would be cool on here somehow. Need something under it. But I gotta figure out what's gonna go under it first. Alright, I have this pack of stickers. They are very dimensional, fun stickers I found at the Dollar Tree. And I stuck one on this green mesh that I also got at the Dollar Tree. And I think I like it across this pocket this way. But I think I want another piece of washi tape down here underneath. Alright, this is dry now. I think it's really cool. I should have made those dangles a little longer so that they're not getting crushed by the book. But I have this matchbook that I made during Defemberember. I can't remember which day, but the color scheme, I pulled it out of my stash of Defemberember things because it worked so well with the color scheme. And inside is just a bunch of little pages that I could pull for collage fodder or to journal on. A lot of which were featured in this journal. Yeah, looks cool. And I thought it would look really good. How it fits like perfectly. And you'll see it peeking out here. Yeah, I like that a lot. There is a little bit of a floral pattern in the paper that I used. So I think that works. All right, sweet. That's the first page done. Awesome. This little flap is speaking to me. I figured it out. I decided to go with real pressed plants For this, I've got a piece of fern and a pansy, and the word spring is going to go right underneath, but it's a little too white. So we're going to grunge it up a little bit. I think I'll take the frayed burlap. Oh yeah, I like that much more. Awesome. So I'm setting a piece of parchment paper. This will be easier for me. Underneath, so that I don't get glue on the next page. And I'm going to use this Liquitex Matte Gel Medium. I learned about this from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and I gotta say, it is probably the best for any sort of like collage work and stuff. I'm really pleased that I picked it up. It wasn't cheap, but it seems like a little goes a long way. All right, well that needs to dry. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Just earned ourselves a little drying time, didn't we? But I love it. I think that is a really cute thing. Maybe I could, I could turn it into a tuck spot if I wanted to. I also kind of like it as a flap. We'll see how it feels when it's dry. It's very delicate right now. Coffee filters are not exactly the strongest material. Well, since gotta let that dry, I decided to embrace the spirit of chaos that I find March brings with, you know, the changing weather patterns, and I don't know, I just always feel March for me is a time of big change and chaotic change, and I love it. So figured I'd bring back the prompt jars and make a few pieces of ephemera, since I gotta wait for that stuff to dry anyway. So we're gonna see how they treat us. First, let's pick a material or two. First, we have sheet music. Okay. All right, and then what else? Beads. Okay. Sheet music, beads, and one more, just because I'm feeling... Oh, that one fell out. Watercolor paint. All right. Let's put those back in. So those are 3 materials that I need to use in the ephemeras that I create. Ephemera. Modified paper clip. Beads will work well with that. Index card booklet. Didn't we make one of those last time? And loaded pocket. Okay. And finally, some focal points. Postage stamp. That one fell out. Letters. And snail. Okay. I think I can make those work. I think I can make those work. Sheet music is probably going to be the most difficult. I don't have any sheet music in my stash, although I did play violin for many years. I have old music from that. But do I want to dig it out? One, I'm not quite sure where it is. And do I want to sacrifice the music pages? Alright, forgive the sounds of the laundry being washed in the background. I apologize, but girl gotta do some laundry. Figured I'd craft while it was in the process, you know? So, getting started with this chaotic ephemera, I want to start with the modified paper clip, which will also use beads. And I guess I could put a postage stamp or something on it. We'll see. For now, modified paper clip and beads. I've got these two paper clips I pulled out. They are a bit larger than the standard size. Did they say what size they are? They are 1.97 inches or 5 centimeters. Got them at the Dollar Tree. Because, you know, that's what I do. I like to watch YouTube videos while I do the dishes and cook dinner and stuff like that. Well, yesterday I just so happened to have suggested to me, you know, as like the watch this video next kind of thing, Louisa Heinzel video where she was making altered paper clips. So I was very much inspired by that, and I'm going to try to not quite replicate, but use a similar method. As what I saw her doing. So that's the plan. I'm going to use this paper for this paper clip, and this paper for this paper clip. Now this is a very thin paper, so I'm not sure how well it'll work. Do I want it that way? But we're going to roll with it. Alright, so her method is to take the paper and roll it around. And she has a bone folder, which I don't have, but I guess I could use like the side of a pair of scissors to really just get that in there. Make sure it is like totally wrapped around and rolled around. I guess I should do it the other way, huh? Flip it over. And you want it to still be able to like slide off. Cute. Okay, now we do the other part, because this is going to go, and you don't, it's going to slide on there, and you don't want to see this back part. So I think I'll just use this little piece I cut. Alright, these have pretty much dried. Now, one of the things that Louisa did that I really liked was she rounded the corners so that it kind of fit the shape a little bit better. Like this is very stark contrast, so if I round the corners just a little bit, it'll add an extra element of cute. Now, I want to decorate these a little bit. There's something to consider when making these. So you put that on there, and you put this one on here. You're going to end up seeing a little bit of the back. So you want to make sure that you like the back. So with this one, I probably made it a little short. You're going to see this. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. All right, so these look good. They fit. That could be bigger, but I'm not mad. All right, let's pop those off. I want to decorate them a little bit before putting them on here. Something she did that I liked was she embossed them a bit. All right, so that's how it turned out. You really can't tell what it is, but I like it nonetheless. So that is there. This one, I think, because I'm going to be stretching for the sheet music, I have some sheet music washi tape. There we go. So that one has a little bit of sheet music on it. Yeah. To kind of tie that together. And now I want to put an eyelet in the bottom of these two big ones. But in order to do that, they have to be in here. All right, I opted for these two eyelets. This is a white regular sized eyelet. This is a smaller shamrock shaped eyelet. Probably should have gone with a smaller eyelet for this one, but too late now. It's still cute. All right, I don't know how well you can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's a little better. So for this guy, I decided I'm gonna make it a bit St. Patrick's Day themed. I mean, obviously I've got the shamrock here. I have this piece of shamrock confetti I'm going to glue on the back. And then I have these little gold round pieces I thought would look like coins. Hopefully that comes across as coins. I'm gonna let that dry for a second before I move on to the front. On this one, I have these clear stickers, and I want to put one on there. All right, I think that one is the winner. All right, so here is what the front looks like now. I absolutely love this. And then the back, I found a little piece of a different flower and I stuck it there. And I love them both. I think that one is decorated to my liking. Okay. This one feels sufficiently dry to flip over. All right, now this one, since I had decided to do the confetti on the back, figured I need to make it a bit more cohesive. I have this leprechaun hat piece of confetti. There, and then I have these gold circles, which look like coins. Yeah, there we go. That one is sufficiently over the top St. Patrick's Day. So that's gonna need to dry. While that dries, I'm gonna work on this one that I like a lot more. That one is a little too on the nose, but this one I absolutely adore. So I'm gonna grab some beads. I have some here that are really tiny. I also have some that I used for the charms, or on the side of the charms on the side of the journal. Some of those left over. I definitely want to have something dangling from the bottom. Alright, for this one I decided to go with this light yellow thread. Alright, I ended up switching the thread from that thin sewing thread to this embroidery floss. It's thicker, it holds the knots a little better, and I like it more as far as aesthetic. So now to do more beading. I went ahead and tested it out with the first beads that I had chosen. Yep. I like that a lot. That is so cute. Okay, and then for the top of this, I think some of this lace cut. Let's cut a little bit of this lace. I want to glue it like that. I think that is lovely. All right, a little bit of tacky glue. Now that needs to dry. And as for this one, this is some of the fabric that I put on the front. Alright, I've put the modified paper clips aside to dry, but I wanted to go ahead and check off that I have used beads and I've done a modified paper clip. I still have sheet music, watercolor paint, index card booklet, loaded pocket, postage stamp, letters, and a snail. So next I'm going to create the loaded pocket, and I'm going to use sheet music. Now I had to go online and look for some sheet music. I found both of these on Pinterest. I printed this one on some coffee dyed paper, and I love the way it turned out. I absolutely love it. I think this is going to be the basis of my loaded pocket. Then this one I printed on some coffee dyed paper that also had Distress ink sprayed on it, and it's really pretty. It was a song from A Secret Garden, so I figured it fit. Like I said, both of these are from Pinterest, and I will have links down below. This one I think is the one I'm going to use. So a loaded pocket is essentially a pocket, a piece of ephemera that has a lot of pockets that are full of stuff. So that means I'm actually making more ephemera than I initially said I would. Whoops. Well, I think with this, I'm going to cut this paper down to the size I want it to be. This is going to be the backing. It's a thicker paper, so it will be much more conducive to holding all of these things. Don't want it too tall. I made it pretty narrow, didn't I? What do we got? How big is it? It's about 3.5 inches. Okay. Oh wow, I cut that in half. That's crazy. Crazy. So, here, let's see, if I do it this way, I can make the pockets and then glue this in. Maybe that's what I'll do instead of the way I was thinking. I was thinking about making it so this was the back, it could be journaled on, and then the pockets were on this side. But no, I think I'll do it this way. Which means I gotta figure out how I want these pockets to go. I could do one sideways and one across. I think that's what I'll do. So that. And then I'll put another pocket across the bottom. And that one will be... I don't have a circle punch yet, so, and I want to show the edge of this. I think I am going to just stick this in here a little bit. Just so you can tell that it is, oh, I like that a lot actually. Very cute. And while that dries, I don't have a snail, but I do have these snail shells that were provided by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. I figured I could make my own snail. I think I'll use this one. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love it, actually. I really love it. And then I could add some antenna. Okay, I'm really excited about this. I'm going to ink around this with some frayed burlap. And then I have these little guys. I love it so much. Look at my little snail. Okay, so I need to use some tacky glue. All right, this has dried. Look at those cute little antennae. How absolutely adorable is this snail. I love it so much. Probably should have made them a little taller, or probably should have made the antenna a little taller, but I'm pleased. I'm pleased. On the back, I stuck a little piece of masking tape after I trimmed, because it was all one piece. This little, I don't know what they're called, but they're for like making butterflies have antenna. And I think this is gonna go down here. And like I said, I'm gonna glue this onto a page. So I don't mind that this sticks out a little bit. Wonderful. So that's gonna go down there, but it's not all I wanna put down here. What if I take this and a little frayed burlap and give this just a little bit of texture? Okay, yeah, I think that's what was needed. And then the snail. Yeah. I like that much more. All right. I love it. It is so cute. So cute. All right, I have found some pieces of ephemera to stick in this loaded pocket. I've got this little tag. I'm going to put an eyelet in and some sort of sentiment, maybe a little collage. I'm not sure. Ooh, I will ink the back with some frayed burlap as well. This, I'm calling this a postage stamp. It looks like a postage stamp, and I glued it on to this little tag, and I inked around it with a mix of frayed burlap and old paper. The back is beautiful. This, I think I will call done. This was something I cut out of a piece of scrapbook paper. I inked around it with vintage photo, and it is just going, I need to ink the distress around the back. That is going in like that. This tag was from a free printable. I can link down below where I found it. I inked around it with frayed burlap, and I will do something to the back. This is just a piece of cardstock. I'm also going to ink on the back. and I found it in my stash. The other day I was playing on my Cricut and I cut this little die out, and I thought it would look really cute on here, but I want to back it on this first and then cut it out and then glue it here, because I think that would be cool. Maybe a little sentiment at the bottom. So that's what I'm gonna do, all of those things, and I'll be back. All right, so this guy is dry. I absolutely love it. I think it is super cool. I added the word joy, a little bit of coffee dyed paper behind it and tore around it, and then a little piece of packing paper with some gold. On the back, I used frayed burlap and my dauber and daubered all over it, and then I dribbled little dots of water, and that was the way the color changed, which I find really cool. And that is gonna go right in there. It looks so cute peeking. And also in there, this bee tag. I did not add anything to the top of it. I also used the frayed burlap on the back, but I opted not to dabble the water. So there's that. This little thing did not do, oh, I was gonna, I used this, I used Vintage Photo. So then this one goes in there. This one. That one in there. Actually, I want this peeking up a little bit. And this little tag I added the eyelet to, and I put this butterfly die cut on the front. On the back, I used the frayed burlap and the dauber to kind of decorate the back. And that is my loaded pocket. And I think I might, when I glue it down to a page, make this a pocket also. Because why not? That is very white. Anyway, that's another piece of ephemera down. Let's get our list. So for this, I used sheet music. I made a loaded pocket. I used a postage stamp and a snail. So now I need to make an index card booklet, watercolor paint, and letters. I'm kind of excited about this. Let me get my space set up and we'll go from there. Alright, so here I have 2 index cards. They do not have any lines, so it's hard to tell that they're index cards, but this is what I decided to use. I do have some with lines, but I wanted to use these. And as I'm going to paint them with watercolors. Typically I use these cheap little watercolors that I have, which they're fine, they work. But I have some nicer watercolors. I don't know how nice, but they're Pro Art, so I mean, maybe they're, pro. I don't know. But I've got a few colors, mostly greens and yellows. I've got a white and a black over here also, and I have this ultramarine blue, which is actually nice because it's Winsor & Newton. Yeah, I've got 4 yellows, 3 greens, and we're just gonna kind of play. So now, let's add a little water. And a little mixy mix. Let's go with, no, let's use a water brush. All right, that's those sides. I can't decide if I want to fold it in half. I think I want to do the other sides also, but I think I'll do one green and one. All right, I think these are done. Yeah, 2 little booklets. All right, I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be right back to put some pages in these booklets. All right, I have a piece of coffee dyed paper and I folded it in half twice, like that. And what I'm gonna do is set it in here a little lower, and then I'm gonna cut it and shift it up. So. I'm going to do that twice. And then I'm going to cut it on this middle fold. So I have 2 little sheets. There, 4 sheets. Mix them up a little. And then that way, each one is a little booklet. Cool. All right, off camera, I'm going to sew right here on each of them, and then I will be back. All right, here they are, all done. Cute little books. I love them. Cute little booklets. Now, I've done watercolor paint. Done watercolor paint. I've done index card booklets. I need letters as a focal point. So this one, I'm going to take some vintage photo. Nah, I kind of want frayed burlap. Let's do frayed burlap. And I have this letter stencil, and I'm just going to randomly place letters. Actually, I might spell out spring. S-P-R-I-N-G. That might be fun. Or I could do March. M-A-R-C-H. I think I'll do March. This is a March journal after all. And that will be my focal point for the front. And then for this one, I just have this die cut that I think would look so cute right here, maybe with a little piece of washi tape holding it down. So that's what we're gonna do. Awesome. And then inside the booklet, I think I will use a mix of oxide inks and stamps to stamp a few things. Okay, so I have managed to fulfill all of the prompts that I pulled out of the jars. That's exciting. These are dry now. Those are the modified paper clips. super cute. Thank you, Louisa, for that awesome tutorial. The loaded pocket with all of these little ephemera pieces in there. It's going to get glued down on a page. I'm not sure which one. And then these two index card booklets. So, awesome. These are ready to go in my journal whenever I'm struggling a little bit for ephemera ideas, or a page idea, because they are for pages. Cool. I like having a little bit of pre-made ephemera ready to rock. I love that little snail. I cannot believe how well it turned out. So those can go to the side. And then, in the meantime, this has dried. So this is dried. It is very thin. It feels like it's decently sealed in. I may end up putting something on this side just to kind of strengthen it. I have not decided what will go there yet, but I love it. It is super cute. And then over here, is it here? Yeah, it's here. I have this die cut, and I want to stick it right here. I love the way it looks against this page. So that means breaking back out the matte gel. Let me get this to stick underneath. Oh no. Oh no. The matte gel has reactivated the Distress Oxide ink. I don't want it to be... No! Balls. All right. That was not what I expected to happen. Okay. I think we got it down. Man, that was not ideal. This does not please us. But it's a junk journal. We'll work around it. All right, I think on this page, I think I'm going to put this here. It's an almost perfect fit, and then I can make a pocket this way. And I think that would be really cool. I thought about a few other pages. Another one I had considered is this one, because then it would be straight on a crooked page, but I think I want to play off the fact that that page is crooked. And this just fits so well. And it's also very blank, whereas the other side is very pretty. And I think it works. I think it works. So I'm going to get some tacky glue. I'm going to need to probably weigh that down with something so that it stays stuck. All right, this is dried, and I have this wonderful pocket right here that I think I'm going to make a tag for, and then that will probably be the last thing I do in this video. I've only done a few pages, but I did make a lot of ephemera, so I don't feel like I've cheated you in any way. I'm going to use this little piece of scrapbook paper and cut it down. Let's see. For the back, I think I might back it in this coffee dyed paper that also has a little bit of design on it from the negative when I used the stencil for this. And I think that would look really cool peeking out of the back here, especially against that green. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I can't decide if I want to stamp flowers on here directly or if I want to stamp them on another page, rip them out, and then stick them here. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with that and figure it out. And then I'll be back. All right, I've got this figured out. So I stamped, I used the Tim Holtz flowers that came in that pack with the stencil. And I took my permanent mixed media palette and used just ground espresso and vintage photo to stamp the flowers. And I took a piece of packing paper that has a little bit of gold paint and green metallic paint on it, and I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to glue these down. So that it looks like they're kind of sprouting out of there. And then I have this little sentiment that says bloom. I'm going to use a little bit of vintage photo over it just to brown it up a little so it's not so stark. And I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. Alright, so that is what that looks like. I want to add a little tag topper up here. And I have this little remnant of, it's almost like canvas type ribbon. I got it for 20 cents at a thrift store, just this little remnant, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. There it is. I love it. So cute. And it can go in here just like that. Isn't that so cute? I love it. Alright, that is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. If that's possible. I'm not sure that it is because I'm really enjoying myself. I have a couple of ideas for the next video, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.